Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Demeter, and this is going to be my second upload of the day. This is the second upload, just because I wanted to get this game out. It's on the old patch, and I just kind of wanted to show it off. It's also got a similar theme to my earlier upload. We're going to do some scaling with some spellbooks later. But yeah, so for those that don't know, Demeter's ability is for every 2 rounds that you own a unit, it's going to get a buff, starting with +1/+1, and then increasing by 1/1, I believe, every level beyond that. So yeah, picking up in a lane here nice and early is going to be nice. We kind of wanted to pick up 2 characters in the second shop, but there's just so many more stats to flip our talking frog into freed prince instead. So we went with that, and we're going to be able to take another talking frog. This shop just doesn't really have a lot that we really want. We would love just like another Elaine, basically. So I think supports are pretty strong, just because like they offer a lot of stats, and they kind of sit on your board for like well through level 3 generally. Here we get a pretty easy level 3 shop. We're just going to take Guardian Angel plus the Cat Angel. It's just a ton of stats, because I mean, of course, the Guardian Angel gives +4/+4 to all angels as an aura, which does count itself. So it's just +8/+8 as well as the Cat Angel. So really clean turn there. And also, as I said, Demeter basically incentivizes you to just put stuff on your board and leave it there, and Angels is really good for that through the mid game. It's not great late game. You need a way to scale your like angelic commander later on in the game, but yeah, you just get a lot of raw power out of these angels here. Pick up another Elaine there. So once the Elaine, if both Elaines can pick up some stats, then it's going to be a lot of stats when we combine them. Considered the Hansel, but decided against it. We pretty much just want to find more angels. I mean, we do find another Guardian Angel here, which is really nice. I think we're just going to take the Life Essence, just add some stats to our board. Wizard Hat is definitely very defensible. Honestly, I might take Wizard Hat if I had to do this over. Again, I've just been enjoying. I've been really liking taking spell books and spell treasures and just scaling certain characters. Even if you're not mages, I've found that it's quite good. As you saw, if you saw my game earlier, we did this similar thing with Good Boy. Then we took a crew member. If we can get a summon chain going, then you get kind of a benefit for having this life essence as well. We find an Angel Warrior nice and early here on level 4, so that's fantastic. That's going to get I think it's +2/+1 for every angel on the starting board. So another one that just wants you to fill your board with angels. Like it's not an exciting strategy, but I mean, it is powerful. We're also going to pick up a Radiant Fairy here, which is going to hopefully pick up some Demeter buffs eventually. We can pick up another one, and that's going to be a good chunk of stats. Again, this plays out pretty similar to the game I posted earlier. We also bought a Radiant Fairy kind of in the same spot for the same reason. We haven't picked up any spell scaling items yet, but I think the good ones don't really show up until level 5 anyways, so like the spell book that gives +1/+0, it's just not really what you want. Also, we don't really have the mana to be scaling things with spells. I guess I should point that out. Oh, it looks like we have an opponent also doing some angel things. Looks like we're doing them just a little bit better there. And we get really hooked up here with a double Angel Warrior. We're going to take a double caster. Mana Catalyst is also going to be pretty bad with angels because you're spending your mana to buy angels, but the double caster might help us out. I mean, like generally in angels, you don't want to be taking things that cost or that are going to use your mana. So it's possible that the double caster, it's possible that was worth just skipping instead, but I think it's gonna work out that we took the double caster anyways. We get to triple Elaine as well as a Radiant Fairy. Radiant Fairy giving us a pirate map, which is fantastic. So the next treasure we get is gonna be 2 levels higher, since we have our treasure slots full already. You do have to care about where you spend your mana here, though. And we did pick up a spell book for this Radiant Fairy. We scale it just a little bit. Especially, yeah, when you're playing angels, like you just really have to be cognizant of how much mana you have, because I mean, I'm sure it's happened to pretty much everyone, but sometimes you'll roll into an angel you want to buy and then realize you don't have mana, so you don't want to just be casting spells. You pretty much have to wait until the end. And speaking of spells, we get a couple spell treasures here as we buy a cat angel, popping our pirate map. So complete disaster here. I completely forgot about the pirate map. That's just a big ol' whoopsies for me. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there, but I mean the broken spell reflector does kind of work with the double caster if we're trying to find a silver lining here. We would have had to wait a little bit before finding a level or high level treasure, so I'm just trying to justify it for myself at this point. We did get to pick up another angel warrior, which is great. And there's I mean we did take a Narcissus, and then we did find another one, which I think we're gonna lock for. There's a few different level 5 treasures that are pretty good. I mean, I think Shard or Philosopher's Stone are probably top of our list right now. Shard lets us upgrade the next character we buy. We are going to level 6, so that could be very good. Unfortunately, we get none of those, but we do get Holly's Gold, so we'll happily take that. That's an extra 4 gold a turn. That's just going to give us more rolls to find our angels. There's another spell book, and yeah, we're gonna snap that off. That's gonna help us scale with our spell treasures here. Just gonna cast a spell there, put a couple more stats on our units, and yeah. So as soon as we find Angelic Commander, we can put our biggest spell book onto the commander and start scaling that. Speaking of Angelic Commander, we get very fortunate and find it right here, on the next level on 6-1. We did get beat up by the stars, so we do have to worry about stats. If we can get enough stats onto this Angelic Commander, though, then we'll be in good shape. We're actually going to replace Holly's Gold with this Seer Sphere, so that was a really good triple for us on the Guardian Angel. We're going to triple the Angel Warrior as well, but we're just going to immediately skip and get some gold. The Seer Sphere giving us extra mana is going to be huge. Now we just want to cast as many spells as possible, targeted spells, preferably onto the Angelic Commander, and then just really boost her power up. So every slay gets us a big amount of value. So what Angelic Commander does is it gives all your good characters slay. Angelic Commander gives half of her stats to 2 random angels, and they have to be other angels. They can't be other Angelic Commanders. So it's been kind of nerfed into the ground, but if you can get enough stats, like, you still do throw a lot of stats around the angels. Also, it's worth noting that Archangel, which we just took, is bugged. So I'm pretty sure it only revives once or something. It's supposed to revive 3 times upgraded, and or it's supposed to revive each angel once, I think, and I think it only works a couple times or something. Anyways, there's definitely something funky going on with it, and I believe that was addressed in the patch notes for the new patch that is out as of, I think, yesterday. Alright, there's the other angel player who also found Archangel and Angelic Commander, but they're not scaling their Angelic Commander. They do have the spell treasures though, so that's something worth noting. But yeah, we make very short work of them with our scaled Angelic Commander here. And yeah, we're just gonna go for a Dragon's Lesson onto the Angelic Commander, just double that attack. We don't need to worry about attack at all after that, I think. Here's the Stars player. It looks like they've I don't know, they're kind of lacking star generation. Like, I guess they do generate a full line of stars, but it's not quite enough. It's not doing as much as, say, like a cat star build or a build that has multiple ways to generate stars. And as such, we are able to hold firm with our scaled Angelic Commander. Just deciding what to cast here. I think we just want to do targeted spells, and then that's pretty much it. We don't want to bother with the combat spells. We don't want to lose our mana at this point. Like a double aura relic would be our rune would be really nice, but I mean, we could just move things around and then have our have the Angelic Commander's aura doubled. So that is something that we are on the lookout for. But also we're happy to just kind of cast a big volume of spells. And once again, this Stars player, they do generate a decent amount of stars, but like even the limited revives that we get from our bug to double Archangel is enough to win the day. win the fight anyways, and we're down to probably our last fight here in top 2. It's a Dying Breath rune, unfortunately not aura. Considering just casting the combat spell, but I don't think that really helps us that much. Like, taking out an Oberon would be maybe fine. I think the stars are usually generated immediately, but it would take out an unyielding character, but just not that appealing. We're just going to keep casting our cheap spells here, casting our targeted spells. Just scaling this commander as much as possible here. Yeah, you can see we've got her up to 300 attack and high 200 health, which is quite good. We did kind of get trolled a little bit by our Mix-a-Wizzle there, going on to one of our angels and forcing us to play a Hermes, but it doesn't really matter. We get the win in pretty dominant fashion, I would say. We didn't even get to upgrade our angelic commander. And of course the archangels are bugged, so that didn't really help us. But yeah, there we go. Just crushing the mid game with angels into a very large angelic commander, and it's very linear. It's not like extremely interesting, I would say, but I think the existence of the sort of more linear comps is good, as long as the power level isn't too high. It's just kind of a good entry point, because I think a game like this, and I think it's another trapping of Storybook Brawl, was there's kind of a pretty big barrier to entry for these games. So having strategies like this for new players to gravitate to, I think is pretty important, and hopefully good for the game. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I would very, very much appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for some new patch content. All right, bye-bye.